definitely shout my hearts out just to get that kind of game. But well, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, for those people that just came in, this is the Stay Home Challenge Breaker. Of course, NYC is our tournament partner, and of course, organized by Red Plus E, with Zenway as the official esports partner, supported by Riot Games and SGEA. Not to forget, the prizes are of course sponsored, and thanks to Prism Plus and Yakun. For those people that just came in and you're looking in the comment section, why is people saying stay home game responsibly? That is literally our initiative whereby we're trying to encourage youth to stay strong by staying home for Singapore and be vigilant, have hope, optimism, be optimistic, have unity and solidarity. But just by typing stay home game responsibly and tagging 2 friends or even more, you'll be able to have a chance to win some fancy prize. And when I say fancy prize, is literally fancy. You'll be able to win a Prism Plus X240 monitor, as well as being part of the prize pool, we have 5 sets of $20 Yakun credit to give away. So if you are a fan of Yakun as well as a fan of monitors, I don't think that anyone is not a fan of monitors, you'll definitely want to participate in this giveaway.
Oh, man, that's the first blood.
Come on. He got a headshot though, but unfortunately the opponent did buy a light armor, so it kind of makes things a little bit more, well, janky when it comes to getting the headshot of the classic. Most of these players here don't even bother buying the ghost, because why? Most of the players in the competitive side, they like to buy the light armor, light shield rather. Zesby unable to even get the final kill. They wasn't able to get the trade away, and Egoist has gotten himself with a 3K. I did not see that coming.
Yeah, actually, Sexfield already did a good job. He got 3 kills, but then lost to Egoist in a duel.
We're approaching more side.
Yeah.
No charges left.
As you can see,
yeah,
most players
I
they are
to
heading to mid.
Talk about it. You talk about the importance of mid in this split.
Yep.
So I want to talk about how to defend mid. In my opinion, I think a lot of players use cover spots in mid lane and mid mail, and trying to keep the attackers at bay in bottom mid. I think contesting mid is quite cool.
Oh, Foul playing a little bit of an off angle right behind of the usual hunting spot. And it doesn't seem like they did manage to slay the tiger in this case. They did manage to slay a deer, which is a single member. They traded 3 hunters for a single deer. It's not that worth it, obviously. BDM is only left with a Viper as well as a Cypher. This is going to be rather tough. They have gotten the control of mid, yes, but the thing is, what's the use of controlling mid if you're unable to enter into the heavens of the individual sites? And just like that, a thrifty kill, a thrifty win coming in from GMCC. They have lost the previous round, but I think that they forced up in this round, and it allowed them to come back in the game. They didn't really quite force back. They bought a little bit perhaps with their hard, I don't know, some shields. Heavy shields, yeah. I think they bought heavy shields and they just looted the bodies of BDM and eventually managed to help themselves work out with more of that kills in the middle lane. And oh yeah, definitely. They went for a half buy. Foul definitely made a quick work of the off angle position. BDM was caught completely off guard.
And one thing about this map is there's a lot of bottlenecks. Where you can... Oh! Wow.
That was pretty much insane. We've got an ice wall that's erected right in the center of middle. Zasby picking himself with 3K so far. And CCV, he himself is gonna go down for count. Or perhaps not. CCV, wait, where is he? I don't think we have CCV anymore. Chan and JDF. It's gonna be the last man remaining coming from BDM. They're trying to work with a crossfire, but Lexi says no. I can do this all by myself. And he just went ahead and put the lead right in between of 2 faces and ended the round right there and then. is looking pretty insane on Cyclops.
Yeah, looking pretty insane, and yeah, I did it. I mentioned before that whoever gonna win this grand final is depends on who has more knowledge and more technique. As you can see, the angle that they use the eye walls just now is something I never seen it before. Yeah, and it's just perfect spot to jump on the from the ladder over there.
And now, even with a lot of utilities has been used in middle, and now GMCC, they actually had a control of mid, even down to the sewers. They're trying to make their way into market. This is looking pretty darn insane. They are going on with an aggressive position all the way through mid. I don't know about this because it does seem like BDM, they kind of know about this aggressive stance that GMCC is picking up. Now Zasby is completely out of position, but it does seem like he managed to get a headshot on top of Ego. So that is going to be a tough pill to swallow. BDM and even the ice wall has been erected, so Kama completely locked out of A. This pretty much hints of the push coming in from BDM into B side. Foul. He does have a one-way cage ready for the entirety of Garage, but the entirety of BDM, they're gonna not care about Garage and push in all the way from Heavens, which is the weakness of our position over there. If you are unable to catch anyone in Garage and they just start to, well, fly down from Heavens and literally just waterfall down from Heavens, you don't really have a lot of, well, counterplays from all of that. And I would understand why the Cyclone went down from that. But Karma going straight in with 2 easy kills right off the bat with the entry. Here we have Showstopper not working out, unfortunately. He tried to use the blast pack to get himself with a slight boost into the faces of Brandon as well as the Omen. It didn't quite work, but it was still a pretty good effort.
Yeah, it was a pretty good effort.
I need my
trying to do some fancy footwork, but it's okay. It seems like this is going to be a long map for us. Talking about the attacking strat a bit, most of the time, I think you should at least have like 2 attackers covering mid. One coming from the silver and one come from B-Link. You can have them like one peeking from E side and doing a crossfire, one peeking mid mail, and the other check on mid vent too.
We've got JDF slowly waiting for the right time to bring down the toxic screen, but the toxic screen pretty much just covers the entirety of top ramps. Now that is cool. We got a fault line activator coming from Karma. It did not quite daze anyone for all I know. One person that just raised, he bumped himself all the way from Heavens down to side, and this pretty much means that the Heavens is completely clear for the picking and for the taking, but never do they know that this may actually be but a bait. Because, well, BDM, there is waterfall down from Heavens. Kama takes the first shot of CCV. Lexi still stuck within of the Paranoia. Kama, with yet another kill around to Brandon. They have gotten the control of that entire situation with 1 man down from GMCC and 2 men down from BDM. Kama going absolutely ham, and that is going to be the Rolling Thunder activated for Kama. He gets a 4th right on top of Chan, and he's going to be looking at the last one, which is Viper. Will he be able to get this 8? He spots a spike, but Zasby steals it away. It doesn't seem like they care too much about the Ace. All they care about is their economy. They do not want to lose any more money. The Ace is all but a title, and GMCC, they are not petty about getting that Ace.
Again, BDM doing such a great job at the start, but lose in the end. It feels like the way that they're covering angles are not clear enough. There was so many times that they get shot from behind or from sideways without any resistance. This should not be happening if they want to win back the map.
Yes, this is a nice spot.
That is a different position of the one-way cage than I have, and I may be taking a look at how this is gonna work. This time, though, BDM, they are trying to take a little bit of a control right through mid, as well as a couple of a little bit right by... Oh, that is a wide range of view. Now, I don't know about this, but maybe I should try this someday. But for now, GMCC, they are working with a loss in mid. They have lost the entirety of the control in mid now. Elzora has to result himself with a sky smoke in the middle of the ice wall, followed by an incendiary just to make sure that no one passes through mid, to buy themselves a little bit more time to come back with a little bit more backup. Even the sky smoke right on top of CCV. What exactly would this accomplish? CCV hits out, gets the first kill onto Elzora, or rather the second kill of the team. CCV spots the spine of Val. He wasn't able to get a kill on Val though, so Val works with a workaround, gets a kill on JDF. It is going to be a 1-for-1 trade regardless. And BDM, they are working with a 4-man alive, while GMCC working with 2 men alive.
Great work. Great work from BDM this round. It seems like they're finding some formula with. Oh.
Now that's a snappy shot on double Lexi. BDM still looking pretty fine if you ask me. What exactly are they gonna do now? I mean, understandably for Karma, he has to save this gun. It is a 1v4 after all, and you wouldn't want to, well, jump yourself into a, well, no pun intended, a viper's pit. Going in, get bitten by snakes, no puns intended, and you just couldn't get out of the pit. So, saving it is the best course of action for GMCC, just so that they can relegate their, so that they can put on and put forward with their economy a little bit better and offset the changes.
All right.
This goes here.
I don't know about this.
Yeah, I think it's really important for the mid is really important, because once you capture mid, right, you can set the tempo for the entire match. I mean for the attacking side. When rotating to B can becomes almost instant, and the defense will start to quickly get overwhelmed since they don't have the advantage in holding down the 3 bottlenecks. Oh, okay.
I know exactly.
That's aggressive play this time. Cypher with a neuro theft, and now JDF is completely out in the open. And now they're making full use of the neuro theft along with the cyber cage, but unfortunately Zetsby was unable to make full use of that kind of information and even get the shot through the cyber cage. It's a good effort, but I guess they were a little bit slow on that. The aggression coming from GMCC right into garage is something that I did not expect, and Zetsby immediately just heading off with 2 easy kills. And Zetsby, he doesn't even want to push, but right after I said it, cast his curse, or rather, I jinxed it. He pushed in. Elzora comes in from behind, swoop up everything else, and gets a kill onto Reina as well as Omen. Elzora picks up the operator just so that he can pass it all off to, I believe that his other teammate, which should be Zetsby. GMCC looking at a pretty balanced game. 4-3. BDM looking to be pretty well, and this is split after all. This is a lot more of a defender-sided map.
Wow, defender side of map. I think this map, unlike Ascent, that is really like 50-50 map, because the most important thing is not defending the site. It's all about the middle, the fight for that, and holding the 3 bottlenecks. If you are the defenders and you're losing all the 3 bottlenecks, that means you will be completely separated by the attackers.
Elzora got gunned down immediately and beamed in the face, but Lexi comes in from sewers and was not able to make his presence, well, told, and everything just went south from there. He had the opportunity to be able to land quite a nutty shot in the head through that flank, but he did not wait long enough. He wasn't quite patient enough to make sure that he has the perfect lined up headshot, but he went all out, panicky a little bit, and lost everything.
Spike dropped.
Spike drop indeed. CCV, along with the rest of BDM, they know that they have the upper hand because, well, in sewers, 1 man is down. Brandon stayed behind as a lurker, gets a kill on the foul as he tries to push out from B towards A. GMCC They definitely have the idea that the entirety of BDM is going to A, but the question is, will they even be doing anything at this point of time? We have got Breach that is heading himself down to the ramps with an Omen waiting for him and waiting to make him eat lead. With Sage being all alone, I don't think that he'll want to engage in this, especially so that he has an operator. But the timing though, Brandon spots him out. His information has now been compromised.
Enemy down.
Zasby gets a kill onto Egoist. That is not the kind of wall that you want. And now you have, well, shut your team in and unable to push towards Zasby. It may be a blessing in disguise because Zasby, he is an operator. He is using an operator after all, and he's a pretty mean opper as well. So let the sleeping dogs lie.
Yeah, you once you got op in Zasby hand, and then combined with his camping skill, really scary. But I am trying to figure it out for the defenders. How are they gonna control mid? Because there's so many ways to attack for the attacking side.
Exactly. I mean, the defenders, the mid side, the mid is really small. We all gotta agree with that. Mid is really small, and as long as the opponents has got lethal skills, then you can't exactly stay you can't stay there for long. Where we've got Snake Bite that kind of flushes you out, zones you out. You gotta be careful with Reyna's Leer because you can't just gun down and look down mid as long as possible, or else you will just be blinded down by Leer. But by Leer, not to forget, Omen also have the short step. So as long as he's got the positioning to run in or rather teleport in, then your team may be, well, sandwiched, and you wouldn't want to have that. Zasby is holding down the market. I don't think he pretty much understands that most of the players actually rotated coming in from Stewards, but he came in with the ice wall, erected it right on time. Zasby was not able to land a single shot onto the congregation of BDM. Not a single kill. Now that must be excruciating. But that was clean.
Shot on any faker, yeah. But just now, I think Zasby did a good job on creating the ice wall just in time. It's just when he's trying to get some kill, he got returned with a bullet. Almost good.
13 seconds left. What exactly must BDM do with only Reyna left? I don't think that he's able to do anything and just gonna let the timer clock down. And with 3 seconds left, Reyna, CCV BNM, is gonna save up this Vandal. Or rather, save up that operator and make full use of that in the later stages. And now, we're looking at 5-4. It's a rather balanced game. And I don't really have anything to say because right now BDM is doing so well as an attacker, while GMCC is doing so well as a defender as well. They are so equal. But
yeah,
this
just like what we thought, just like what we saw before. That this one
BDM, they got an idea, right?
Different. Yeah,
they have an idea on how to play this one already. So
yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Also, Split got so many ways to attack and so many dimensions. You can go from like wins like so many ways. And just like you mentioned about the mid, it's a small space. If you have like an agent with a good AOE spells, then that's cool. Same old trick again!
The timing! Oh, Zasby must be tilting so hard right now. And CCV, he's got his Empress on. He managed to score himself with 2 kills in a row. CCV just immediately running around. He unfortunately was not expecting Foul in that weird position. Awkward ankles. But it paid off. The entirety of BDM, they still managed to waterfall into B side with Breach as the last man standing. But we know how strong Karma is. We've seen him pull off really strong comeback. Brandon misses his op shot, which is rather new. It is quite unthought of to hear Brandon missing his op shot. I would say that it's very, very likely that Breach actually had some movement mechanic that kind of make things a little bit different from the eyes of Brandon. But ultimately, people make mistakes. And just like BDM, they did a small mistake there, but they still managed to win the round.
Yeah. If you want to win back match, that is some kind of aspect that you need to have. Bumpy start, but you have to have a happy ending.
Right off the bat, Brandon goes down in the hands of Karma. Not something I'm expecting as well. Without Brandon, they have lost their reliable operator player. And, oh, Zesby is playing such a tight corner. Now, this is something nice to see. If Omen or even the Viper decides to play it out and pushes through while the ice wall is still up, then perhaps Zesby will be able to make full use of that small little angle and destroy anyone who tries to come in his way. But the entirety of BDM, they don't have the idea that I have, or rather, it doesn't have the idea that Zesby have. So they're just going to bring their way and bring their business into sewers and eventually go up in mid. Without covers covering out the stairs of the heavens. The leader has been shot out, but unfortunately Lexi immediately brought it out. But even with the showstopper as well as the 4-man orbital strike, all of them were stuck in the small little corner. Perfect combination. Lexi's showstopper forced them into the small corner while the orbital strike was used